Morning, Cornerstone family. How's everybody doing today?
Doing pretty good, Johnny. How are
Pretty
you?
good, Johnny.
I'm doing good myself. Um, Had a little fire at 3 o'clock in the morning. As you guys know, I'm a firefighter. I got off work this morning, so a little bit busy, a little bit tired. Um, just a little bit of a disclaimer. My puppy went in to get neutered today, and I'm waiting for them to call me back, so I might be interrupted by a phone call. So I apologize for that. Uh, For those of you who don't know me, I'm Johnny Downey, one of the mentors for Cornerstone. Been with Cornerstone since November. Been doing travel for about 30 years and became a mentor in January. So do a lot of these sessions as well as custom trainings. Um, and that's about it. This is the Tuesday morning Q&A. So this session is for you guys to ask questions, and I will do my best to help you out. And this is a atmosphere for us to all learn from each other. And so I see some of my favorite people in here. Hi Tia, Anita, and Vicky. Those are some regulars that come in by
Hello.
Q&As. See. All right. All right. Who has questions? No questions. Let me just start by saying, if you guys need to contact the office, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, we are currently moving the headquarters out of the office building that they were in and into another building. So everybody's working remotely. So if you have any questions or need to contact anybody, please email using the contact page on our website.
I'd sent in a supplier form for Shore Excursions Group. I don't know, about a week and a half ago, and one of the girls got back to me from the office and said that they would be contacting me, or Shore Excursions Group would be contacting me. I had seen some of your postings say that they were self-registered, but I also wanted to follow the rules and put in the supplier form just because they weren't listed on the site. Should I go ahead and self-register? I haven't heard anything from UG.
You can go ahead and self-register. I self-registered for Shore Excursions Group. It won't be an issue. We do that because there are suppliers out there that we do not work with.
Mhm.
So a majority of them we do, but just to be safe, um, we don't work with a lot of them. And shore excursion groups we weren't a part of. When I first came on, a lot of us asked corporate if they could include shore excursions group. They had to go contact shore excursions group and get vetted by them in order to become become part of them or allow our agents to book with them. So that's why we ask that you do the supplier request forms, because there are some suppliers that we are not a part of, but we can be. So, if corporate wants to be a part of a supplier that they are not aware of, they will go ahead and register and then let you know.
Okay, thank you. In tests, I just went and uploaded a bunch of bookings that I had gotten over the last week or so. And uh, this is only my second round of putting stuff in there. But what is the significance on the trips page about adding a cruise or hotel or insert whatever, as opposed to doing it in the bookings tab of the trip?
That's for your reference, so you know what they're going to be on exactly. You can, copy some of that over to your bookings, but bookings is strictly, for us to know where the money's supposed to go to. So, on that trip page, it asks you, for a room number, the exact voyage and all that stuff. So that's more a reference for you. To be honest, I use a different CRM, and I only use tests for the bookings. So I don't put in all that information because my other CRM, I have all that information.
Okay.
So it's really up to you. It's for reference mostly, so you know what they're going on or what their trip looks like.
Thanks.
All right, Miss Brown, I see your question. You said you have a question. What's your question? There you go. You have completed almost everything. However, you're confused about actually start booking. So this is what I tell all new agents. Go into the booking engines and just do mock bookings. Just practice. That's how I got good at them. Um, just come up with different trips, ideas, and just go in there and book stuff. Now, when I say book stuff, go all the way to the point where you actually book it and then back out. But get used to the booking engines, and practice. One of the most difficult ones is Princess. And I spent a lot of time on Princess just playing around, getting used to it, checking everything out. And Princess is a little difficult because it isn't until you actually book somebody where it opens up other fields for things that you can do, like give gifts and stuff. So it's a little bit more complicated. Jill Johns did a really good training a couple months ago on Princess, so and how to book it. She was instrumental in teaching me Princess. Um, so she's kind of our resident expert when it comes to Princess. Um, I'm pretty good with everything else except MSC. I'm getting more familiar with. Um, but that's about it. Just practice. And each supplier you sign up for, you can actually start booking before you actually go through the training. I don't recommend that. I recommend doing the training, so you get familiar with the brand. And a lot of times there are some how to book information in those trainings. It depends on the supplier. So the question is, I will book on the website as normal, but put the information in tests. Yes, you need to do that. And then I'm also confused on taking payments from clients. Do they just give us the information or will there be a link to send to them? Some um some suppliers have links that you can send them, but your best bet is just to take the information from them. I would send a credit card authorization form to them before you take the information because you need that credit card authorization form in order for them to authorize you to make a payment for them. And that's a CYA that covers your butt in case they come back and say that I never authorized this. And it does happen. It's called a chargeback, where they contact their credit card company, said, I never authorized this payment. The credit card company will come after you and demand the money from you if you did charge that. So you having that paperwork is very important. Hi, Rebecca. I saw you sneak in.
Hi, Johnny.
What else do you have for me, folks?
I have a client who is sailing on Princess at the end of August, and they read that extension cords are not allowed on Princess. Is that true?
Most cruise ships don't allow extension cords, but you can request one once you get on board.
Okay. And then are the plugs standard plugs or do they have USB cords?
That depends on the ship. So I always bring an adapter that has a little bit of both.
Okay. Do you know anything about sorry, my mind is tired. Caribbean Princess?
Do I know anything about that
Yeah,
ship?
do you know if they have it?
I do not, but you could probably
Okay.
Google it, and
Okay.
it is an older ship, so the best bet is to bring an adapter with you.
Okay, thank you.
Now, some ships allow you to bring like not a non-surge protector, like power strip. So
Okay,
that's something. It has to be a non-surge protected power strip. So
okay, thank you.
that's all stuff you could Google.
Okay.
Hi, Bethany. Saw you sneak in. So, are there any topics you guys want to learn about today? I know some of you guys have been in mind. You know, one of my favorite topics is talking about net booking trips, um, and how to do that. But you know, this is your time to ask questions and learn. You know, like I said, I'll do my best to answer your questions.
I do have a question. The reason that I
Okay.
snuck in, I didn't even realize that this was going on right now. I'm working on my agent profiler,
Hmm.
and I'm stuck with the part about uploading a picture. I get the
Okay.
picture and it says to click the submit button. I've tried it with Chrome and I've tried it with Safari, and I do not see a submit button. I don't know what I'm overlooking, but I think that may be about the only thing that I like or that I lack with being able to be published.
Let me see if I can get in there because it's been a long time since I've published a profile. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get in there and see what I can see. I'm gonna share my screen with you. So are you talking about this page here?
Yes.
Let me just find a picture. I'm just gonna upload any old picture here.
Okay.
So you don't have this where,
I do have that. It's the next screen. I can get there.
okay,
Okay. And then it says to,
right here.
oh
Save image.
my word. Okay. I'm looking for a button like at the bottom of the page or something. I knew I
Right.
had to be overlooking it somewhere. So perfect. Thank you so much.
I mean, honestly, I didn't know that until I got in there. So
Thank you.
you're
I've been
welcome.
totally overlooking it the whole time.
Well, you know, that's actually pretty easy to overlook there. I mean, it wasn't easy.
No, I mean, I'm looking for a button like everything else, save and
Right.
continue. Um, so all righty. I think I can do that. Thank you.
Sweet. All right, Shannon is asking, good morning. I'm in the middle of activating my personal CLIA membership as my wife and I will be staying in hotels for the next several weeks due to surgery away from our hometown. With the recent corporate address change, do you know if they will delay membership process? No, it shouldn't get delayed. And actually, as soon as you sign up, you'll get accepted pretty quickly. And so then you can download your digital membership card. It does take a long time for you to get a membership card. So it could take 6 to 8 weeks, roughly.
Once you pay Johnny, I got a digital copy that I could print out and use at hotels.
Yep, that's what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. It was noisy over here.
Okay. Anita, you got anything for me today?
Actually, let me ask you. I have a group going to Alaska. We're doing Vancouver, doing the northbound cruise. And I reached out to Vax and I did like a group, an ease group or something. And I got the number and the hotel and everything was there. And then I actually went to go book because it was a very good rate and it wouldn't let me book. Like everything came through, but there was like no payment button after I put the credit card information in. So I called reservations and they're like, oh, yeah, we don't see that. And I'm like, well, I see it. How come you don't see it? So they're like, oh, I guess it hasn't been removed. And I guess right after that, it was removed. So my question is, have you experienced anything with them? I haven't booked with them, but I was very discouraged after that.
Did you say it was with Vax?
It was ALG vacations under FunJet.
No, I haven't booked with FunJet, so I have not experienced that. Most of the stuff I do in Vax is Universal trips,
Okay.
unfortunately.
But it was
Um,
unfortunate. I mean, after I sent an email to all these clients and say, hey, I can get you this rate. Do you want me to book? And everybody's like, yes, yes, yes. And then I can't do it. And then I look like the fool.
well, yes and no. You just say, the rate's no longer available. Rates are subject to change at any time, and by the time we went to book this rate, it was gone.
Mhm. Well, it wasn't even gone. It was just the hotel itself wasn't even available, so. But
Yeah, and then that happens. I mean, I've gone to book a trip for people, with their airfare, and I quote them one price, and by the time they get back to me, give me the credit card authorization form, I've gone in there, and the airfare has gone up a couple $100. And so that's, yes, really uncomfortable situation, especially since they're thinking they're getting a great deal, and then all of a sudden it's $200 more. But that's why we need to say, rates are subject to change at any time. And literally it was within an hour that it changed.
yeah, it kind of stinks. I found with all these suppliers and hotels and airfare, I kind of get that you just can't do like a 24-hour hold, like the cruise lines. At least you have time to get back to your client and they can get back to you. And
But it depends on the platform, price agencies, you're able to do some, a hold per se. Um, you know, because you can go ahead and book a room, especially if it's cancelable, with free cancellation. You can go ahead and put their name in there, make the reservation, and then you just have to make payment by a certain date.
right. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Carla. But Anita, and just for everybody else, Anita did the right thing by calling. Especially when it comes to booking information, and a lot of people want to talk to the BDM or whatever. when it comes to reservations and booking information, BDMs don't handle that. So your best bet is to always call. All of our suppliers are really receptive to us calling and very helpful. So don't ever feel like you shouldn't call. You know, a lot of people post issues on Facebook, and sometimes we know the answer. But I also feel that sometimes if you call right away, you probably get an answer quicker than posting on Facebook and waiting for somebody to answer it. The T is looking to do a hotel site visit for a resort when I'm in Denver next month. Any suggestions for things to look for as or ask while I am in there? Um, if you're part of Wave Makers, then the first quarter there is a form. Let me see if I can find it, or at least find the website so I can direct you guys to it. Almost there. I'm gonna post this in chat. Just can somebody click on that and just make sure that it comes up as a form, and that's what you guys can use. I mean, it worked for me.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of what to ask for just by following that little checklist. All right. I love Denver. My wife is from the Denver area. I've spent a whole lot of time out there. We haven't been out there in a while, so hopefully next year we'll get back out there.
I had a client contact me over the weekend wanting to do like a partial week in Key West in the spring. I went through, basically did some research on TripAdvisor for best, venues based on the requirements that they had. And
Okay.
then I kind of went into Expedia Tap and found them and got a rate for it. Are there better ways to do this?
To do research on that.
Well, I mean, I didn't find anything. It seemed to me it was a little bit easier to try to let TripAdvisor do the work on the front end and then go find them somewhere within the supplier realm than to start in the supplier realm and try to find
So
information.
actually, a lot of us agents use TripAdvisor because, well, it kind of kills a couple birds with, one stone, where you can, filter it out and then see the reviews and read the reviews and then, go from there. My feeling on some of the supplier page reviews, I think they can be a little misleading, or at least they show like certain stars,
Hmm.
and Expedia is guilty of that too. I have a client who travels often, and they drive for work, so they'll call me a couple hours before they're stopping and say, "Hey, I'm planning on stopping in this town. Can you find me a cheaper hotel?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, here's a hotel that has three stars," and they'll get there and it's a dump.
Hmm.
So Your TripAdvisor is pretty good with that. So, um, I try to uh, book hotels that are on TripAdvisor so I can read through that stuff.
Are there any suppliers that pay out better than Expedia commissions?
I like Beds Online. I've actually been finding better rates on Beds Online than Expedia. But I also like price agencies as well. So, um,
They all typically have the same properties available.
pretty much, not always, but yes, pretty much.
Okay. And how about, I have a client looking to go to Montana for a week in 2027. Where would you start there?
What do they want to do while they're out there?
Horseback riding. Yeah, some ideas I threw out were horseback riding, doing a helicopter tour, that kind of stuff. Just based again on stuff I've seen on TripAdvisor. But
Right.
where would you put a package together for that?
There is um a couple suppliers that I've seen. Adventure Tours, which if you go to the supplier list on um Agent Universe for Travel Leaders Network, there'll be some stuff there. There's another one. I'm trying to remember what it is called. I'm looking at my bookmarks. Just give me a second. I can't remember what it is, but mm, yeah, that's the only one that I have right now that I can remember. I get emails from places all the time. So, oh, Backroads. Backroads is another one.
And those are in TLN. You said.
Yep. And then, depending on what they want, you can always customize their trip, using the suppliers. And then, Vider's a big tour and excursion company. Hi, Tanya. Saw you sneak in. Who else came in? That's about it for now. Tanya, do you have any questions for us? All right. Anybody else? You guys want me to go through any bookings, how to do this or how to do that? Don't be shy. Miss Vicky. Welcome, Tracy. We can't hear you. We can hear some noise when you open your mic. I'm not hearing you today. It's Sounds like you're trying to talk. Okay, so for the couple like Tracy and Tanya that came in, this is your chance to ask questions, and I will do my best to answer them. Not getting a lot of questions today, so if there's something you want me to go over, how to do something, if you want me to do an example booking of something, show you a supplier in general, have questions about your business, to throw it all out there. If you don't want to speak, you can throw it in chat as well. Well, welcome, Tracy. Thanks for showing up. These Q&As and all our trainings are very valuable. We're one of the only host agencies that does trainings like this. So, here we are. Try to get in at least one training a week. If you can do two, we have a couple regulars in here that often come to the Q&As. There's always something to learn, and whether it comes from the mentor or an agent that has experience with something, this environment is a great place to be and learn about the travel industry and how to not only engage with your clients, but how to book, how to handle certain situations.
Johnny, I have a question about agent profile and the social share. Do you know anything about that?
What exactly you want to know?
So once we were 100% published, then I did get a thing from TLN saying, hey, you can, social share. But when I went there, it kind of looked like the only form that was for the agency, not for the agent that I could access.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it really quick. I know I'm part of it, and I think I think social share I have going on in the background for me, but I've had trouble myself getting into it lately. So I'm trying to see here if I can.
Right. I know it said we had 14 days. If not, we'd have to, reach back out to Cornerstone to allow it again. But the form was pretty extensive and pretty much, I think, all Cornerstone information.
Right. So I'm looking to see what I have here. Social media. So it took me to a login screen, and all it says is if an account is associated with this email, an email will be sent to me, which is crazy because I've never had to do that before. So I would reach out to corporate, Anita, because it has been a little finicky. Sorry, I don't have an answer for you.
No, that's okay. I just thought about it.
And yeah, I might even have to reach out to corporate because I know I had an account, and the last couple times I've tried to sign in where it says it's going to send me an email, I never get an email. So, but I know I had an account because I have it saved in my bookmarks. I think, you know, about 3 or 4 months ago, they changed how the program works, and I think that kind of reset things for everybody.
I did
At
just,
least,
I got mine set up last Monday or Tuesday, I think. So I've got stuff coming on my Facebook and Instagram feed from it now.
yeah, I do get stuff in my Facebook and Instagram feed, but I don't remember what platforms. I thought it was this this platform. I know Ralio is another one. Um, so I'll have to reach out to corporate myself. All right, so I saw a couple other people sneak in. We got about 25 minutes left. Do you guys have any questions for the new people that popped in? Pia, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
Hi.
You have any questions? Casey, I see ya.
Um, I do have questions. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. I'm new. I'm very new. That's why you first time to see me. I'm still going through the training. So when I went through the training programs, I already can see I finished my travel agent certification, Cornerstone Travel Academy, Social Media Academy, but then I'm going through Wavemaker certification. Um, so that is set that I see that I have to complete on the first quarter 7 steps. And one of them, from what I can see, is I have to take, like, for example, Princess Cruises, Royal Caribbean, all those, even if I choose not to do those.
First of all, bye, Anita. Um, so out of the 7 steps, you only need to choose 2 to complete.
Okay, okay. I need to choose because then I have Princess Cruises, Royal Caribbean, Viking River Quarterly Challenge because everything is locked, I guess, and I can unlock them until I finish the first lesson.
Yes, as you go through them, you unlock them. And then um, it says at the top of the quarterly challenge, in order to complete the quarter, you must complete at least 2 of the items below.
Okay, so right where I see that first quarter, 2 of 7 steps completed, which I did the TLN and the ALG.
Mhm.
I did those. So then I can move on to second quarter now?
Well, once you get the quarterly challenge completed, so like I said, out of those 7 steps, you have to complete at least 2 of them.
Okay, which I have two. So, but my quarterly challenge is still locked, even though I have two completed out of the 7 steps.
You need to go down to the bottom and hit complete.
First quarter completion. Oh,
And the quarterly challenge is, yeah, as you complete each step, there be a completed button down at the bottom.
okay.
And so you have to hit those buttons, and then it will open up the next part.
I gotcha. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it says complete step.
And then my next question, I'm sorry, I don't want to hog the whole time here myself. Where do I have my W-9, where do I submit it to?
The finance department or corporate.
Okay,
And then you can find that information on the contact page of Agent Access.
got it. Okay. And where do I put my new bank account for direct deposit?
Where do you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You should get that's a corporate question.
Got
So
it. No problem.
I'll get that information. I don't think they do it. I think they do it over the phone usually.
Okay. And where do I call corporate for any questions? The 281 number?
So I would email them this week. I started the session out letting everybody know that we're in the process of moving offices. So everybody's working remotely this week, so there's nobody in an office. So email the finance department.
Will do. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Johnny, Amy put like a couple months ago for the W-2 and bank statement, it's under where's my commission. You click that and then you upload the W-9 that they have filled out and input your bank statement. That's how I did it.
Okay. I know that changed, but I haven't gone through that process, and I'm gonna go there. He says,
Thank you. I
right.
see it there. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see it there now too. So
Awesome.
thank you,
Thank you.
Rebecca.
You're welcome.
Hey Johnny, this is Yvette. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. One question because I am also fairly new. And I find myself sometimes going back to the suppliers and not understanding like who does let's say Universal or what does Travel Leaders do? Can you give us like a ballpoint for each suppliers of what they specialize on so we can have
So the supplier page on our website categorizes each supplier,
Mhm.
what they specialize in. So like Universal Vax is the official booking engine for Universal. But Vax also has about 7 or 8 different suppliers like FunJet and Apple Vacations and a couple others that you can book vacations through. Expedia Tap is a consolidator, so you can book hotel,
and
air.
flights and cars. Yeah, that one I'm
Yeah.
familiar.
Price agencies is the same way, except
Mhm.
they don't have cars. So just go through that list. And it categorizes everything. If you go to our Facebook page, there is an algorithm posted on Facebook, and I'll see if I can find it for you guys here, that tells you like when you're booking a trip where to look for stuff. So let me get
Okay.
into the Facebook page and see if I can find it.
So Princess will be on one source for Princess Cruise.
Yes. Well, I think I found it. Let me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Where did it save it? Hold on, I just downloaded something. Oh, okay. I'll get it to you here in a second, guys. Give me a second. We'll post it in chat here. So this is a booking flow chart, which will give you an idea. Now these are just some of our suppliers, but if you go to our supplier page, you'll get an idea of where some of this is. I know it could be a little overwhelming when you first start. That's why we developed this flow chart, so you can kind of start looking at different areas. So as far as like one source, does Princess and Holland. Cruising Power is Royal and Celebrity. So as I was saying earlier, practice booking, going through the booking engines, checking out the website, the whole website, like Cruising Power. There's so much information on Cruising Power. Click on every little page and just see what's there. The more familiar you guys get with those sites, the better off you will be, the quicker you can find stuff, and the easier it will become. Yep. Thank you, Tia. Megan from Expedia is doing a training tonight at 7. So that'd be a good one to go get into. Also, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. I will be in Boston for the regional meeting. I will be representing corporate. So anybody that lives in that area, get signed up, come join us. Megan will be there with me, and we're gonna do all things Expedia Tap. So it should be a really good time. I know I have not been to Boston, so I'm looking forward to coming to that one. All right, folks. If you don't have any more questions, I'm gonna give it another minute or two, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the meeting. All right. See you, Rebecca. Rebecca has to leave. Somebody's in the lobby, wants to come in, so we'll see if they have any questions. Welcome, Pauline. We were just getting ready to wrap things up. Do you have any questions?
Hi. Are you talking to me or just everybody?
You?
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I had just joined Cornerstone and I've been working on the training and I had registered. I used to be a travel agent with Intel Travel.
Okay.
And so that was some months ago, but then, I mean, I don't want to tell a long story, but anyway, I was I had booked a couple of cruises for my family members with the Royal Caribbean because I had already registered to do that at the other travel agency. But I didn't book it with that travel agency. I just went on the website and I'm thinking of like transferring it over to myself as an agent now that I'm with Cornerstone.
Okay.
So I just like was wanting to make sure that I did everything right.
As far as
Well, because I was on the website for training and I saw the travel agency number for cruising. I don't want to say it wrong, CLAI, I think it was, something like that. And
Leah.
CLIA number. And so should I just give Royal Caribbean that number whenever I do the transfer to a travel agency?
No, it has to be the travel agency's CLIA. So you would give Cornerstone's CLIA number.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, so I believe Royal does have a transfer form.
Yes, they do. I had just recently did one a couple months ago.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna ask you, what agency you're transferring to. So you're gonna always put Cornerstone's CLIA in there.
And then do I need to contact like the manager that works with Royal Caribbean for Cornerstone and let them know that I'm doing that or like make sure
No,
no. Okay.
no, you don't need to do that.
Okay, I didn't want to to follow the wrong procedures, but I'd done it before, but it was with a different travel agency, and then um I just because they have like a 30-day window, and I was like, I want to make or before the final payment, so I was like, let me make sure I'm doing the right thing, and
So are you talking about transferring bookings?
yes, from like I booked on the website, and then I was going to transfer it to a travel agent, which was Cornerstone.
Okay. Yeah, so if it's Royal, you have 30 days to do that. As long as you are um a Cornerstone agent already. Well, if you're transferring your whole Royal account, you have to do that first.
I have to do that
So
first.
yeah, so if you're transferring, from your other agency to Cornerstone and you're using the same Royal account, um, yeah, you'll need to transfer your agencies first.
Okay, well, I'll do that because I was it's this cruising power website. So
Right.
I didn't ever register with my old travel agency. I just individually registered, but I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna add Cornerstone just to be safe. That makes sense. That sounds right.
Right. Well, my question is how did you get into cruising power without having a host agency?
Well, maybe I did because I went to check and it said where it said to put the CLIA number, it was blank. So I was like, I guess I never put it in there. But I'm gonna call them just to double check on the
Okay. Yeah,
process.
I would definitely do that just to make sure. Because the last thing you want to do is transfer a booking and it ends up going to
The
your old
wrong.
agency.
Yeah, because I'm not there anymore. But thank you guys.
Right.
Sorry for coming on the end with that question.
Problem.
I do have one more question. Again, I'm new. I'm not able to go to the Boston because it was such a short period of time. But I'm interested in the November one, the one that's going to happen in Texas. What are the
Mhm.
benefits of going? Is the suppliers are going to be there? Or we get to meet them? What's the benefits?
So right now convention is sold out. So if you don't have a ticket, it's too late.
Ah,
Um, but it doesn't mean that tickets won't come available before then. I know it's only a couple months away, but yes, all our suppliers will be there. Um, you'll get to meet our BDMs and talk to them about the products. There is a dinner and stuff with Cornerstone. Um, all the corporate entities are going to get up and speak and all that good fun stuff. There are ship inspections that weekend for the ships that are in port. Um, Everybody who has a ticket has already gotten an email on how to register for those ship inspections. So yeah, it's a good way to get in, meet the BDMs, meet everybody from corporate, meet your fellow agents, and it's at a beautiful hotel right on the ocean as well.
um, is there a way to get on the waiting list?
I would email agent support and see if there is a waiting list. I do not know if there is one. I'm sure that they may be keeping one, but I haven't heard. It's something that I will ask them this week.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I know I'm looking forward to going and meeting everybody. There was talk about even having us mentors do a little roundtable with everybody on the stage. I don't know if that's still happening or not, but we really haven't um, dove into the ins and outs of what's going to happen at convention with everything going on with the office and stuff. Um, we are preparing for convention, but us mentors, we're agents just like you, so we're not in at the corporate office. We're scattered all throughout the United States, so um, we don't always hear everything that's going on. I will say that office is extremely busy though.
One more question, and this may be management as well. I work with my daughter together, so I get all the emails because my emails are primary. Is there a way to have two emails so she also gives them simultaneously with me as well?
No,
No.
she would have to sign up separately as a separate agent.
Get her own account. Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, folks. It's about that time. So I'll take another question or two. And if there isn't, you guys can go and enjoy lunch. If you're in the central time zone. I know if you're on Eastern, it's past lunch. Then everybody else is still morning. You're welcome, Tia.
Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate it.
No problem, John. It's good to see everybody. I really enjoy popping in and seeing everybody and saying hi. If you can go to convention, email corporate. Maybe tickets will come available. I have not heard that information. It would be great to see everybody there. So with that said, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you later.